Hello and welcome to Experience Fulton the Podcast. I'm Regina Waller, Division Manager, Communications and External Affairs for Fulton County. This podcast will not only provide you with information regarding the services and products that Fulton County has to offer, but we'll give you a close-up look into the department and the people who bring you those services. Welcome to Experience Fulton, the podcast. I'm Regina Waller, and as you know, with this podcast, we take a very close look at the more than 40 plus departments in Fulton County so that you can experience inside of Fulton County, outside of Fulton County, and around. But also, Fulton County has a number of partners. One of our partners is the Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority, or better known as MARTA. So just to tell you a little bit about MARTA, in fact, I'm probably aging myself, but I started riding MARTA when I was 8 years old. It was formed in 1971, first with buses and then in 79 with the rail system. And it was a very exciting time for me as a preteen to be able to hop onto a train and go anywhere from like a local library or down to the Omni here downtown. But 48 miles of track with 38 subway stations here. This is the 8th largest rapid transit system in the country that supports Fulton County and 2 neighboring counties. But between the middle of June and July of 2026, we're in the thick of World Cup, basically. So MARTA is playing a very, very important role along with Fulton County. And so I would like to introduce to you the Chief of Police for MARTA, Mr. Scott Kreher. So welcome, Chief. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, Regina. I'm glad to be here.
I tell you, 65.7 million rides. That's 238,900 miles or drives daily, rides daily that people do with MARTA. So Fulton County basically has encompassed multiple jurisdictions and police departments. How exactly is MARTA Police coordinating with the Fulton County Police and the Sheriff's Office to ensure that rapid response is safe when it comes to emergencies, not just daily, but especially around this time with the World Cup?
Absolutely. It started years ago. I've been with the City of Atlanta Police Department for almost 28 years before I came to MARTA. And over those years, Sheriff Labatt and I have had a fantastic relationship, starting from when he was in the City of Atlanta Corrections and I was with the police department. And that's carried on into his new position and my new position. So any given day, any given time, he can pick up the phone and call me. I can pick up the phone and call him. We have a fantastic working relationship, and it just goes to show you how it coordinates and helps us keep people safe in the county. Including that is Chief Wade Yates over the Fulton County Police Department. He and I have known each other for years, back when I was in Zone 4 in Campbellton Road, and he was the SWAT commander for the county. So those relationships don't start overnight. You don't pass a business card to somebody and expect to have that kind of relationship. Those are built over years of working together. And we're very fortunate, not only in Fulton County, but in this region, that we have those relationships with all the police departments and all the county sheriffs.
You talk about relationships and the strength of those relationships. So I'm sure that once it was decided that, we were going to have the beautiful game come to Atlanta, that you all got together and worked to coordinate to make sure that you did ensure the safety of everyone here, correct?
Yeah, the plans for FIFA World Cup have been going on for over a year. Behind the scenes, the public just doesn't see those coordinations, those meetings. We've had multiple tabletop exercises with all the jurisdictions that are involved. We've had multiple pre-planning meetings, and including our coordination now, which is a daily communication call with all of our partners in the region, and including our emergency operations centers and our joint operations centers in those jurisdictions. We staff those with MARTA personnel, too, to make sure that it's a seamless communication line.
Well, you're giving us a great outline of some of the safety strategies that you all have, and any additional or different things that you do now that you may not have had incorporated before soccer came to Atlanta.
So one of the things we did was we invited other transit agencies to come to Atlanta and help us, and Denver Transit graciously sent 25 officers here, and they're here now. We've been hosting them since game one. And we really appreciate those officers coming down here and spending their time with us to help keep our system safe. Other transit agencies obviously had World Cup events themselves,
Yes.
or the 250th anniversary celebration in D.C., so they weren't able to send folks. But we certainly appreciate Denver's willingness to do that, including their chief, who's coming in a few weeks.
Wow. So public transit systems often intersect with society's most vulnerable population, including homeless or those who may be having mental health crisis. What specialized training or co-response programs would you say that MARTA has in place with Fulton County to make sure that you handle these issues compassionately?
Yes, absolutely. Enforcement with compassion is our theme. Being homeless or being unsheltered is not a crime. However, we do expect people to follow the rules and follow the law like anybody. So we certainly use all resources, including Fulton County's diversion centers, their mental health facility down on Metropolitan, to coordinate getting the services that are needed. MARTA also has what's called the HOPE team, which we have licensed clinician folks that are riding our system daily to assist with offering services, both mental health services, substance abuse services, or just shelter and food. So they're out there every day working hard to intercede and offer those services where needed. But however, we continue to strive that you must follow the rules on MARTA. We have paying customers that deserve a safe and clean ride, and we expect that out of all of our passengers.
You mentioned the HOPE component. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. It's been funded by MARTA for several years now, and we're continuing to expand that program because we know the vast need of that in this area. So we continue to see unsheltered and individuals that really have either substance abuse issues or mental health issues. The diversion center that Fulton County is providing is fantastic. I know Commissioner Rob Pitts was a champion of that, and we've been using that regularly along with our partners in the region. So hopefully we're not overstaffing or putting too much pressure on them, but we certainly expect our officers. We have a general order in place that we coordinated with the Fulton County staff to make sure it followed their guidelines too, and we use it every day.
You mentioned the diversion center. You're giving us a little bit of background on how MARTA works with that particular component as well as does Fulton County. What specific criteria would you say guide you and your team to use the diversion center versus, say, an arrest?
That's a good question. A lot of that is guided by the centers themselves. So if this individual is acting violent or has some serious injury, obviously we can't take them to the diversion center. If it's a serious criminal case, something that we have to prosecute, we certainly will have to prosecute and let the courts work on their needs and their assistance after that. But the best part about this is we used to call it a mercy booking. For years, the only alternatives police had were either Grady Hospital or putting them in jail, and we call that mercy booking. So while Grady's a fantastic hospital, it's not built for that type of long-term care. Yes. So what we see is a quick turnaround. They'll be in very quickly and out very quickly, and we see them again on the system within a day or two. So these services that Fulton County are offering really give them some chances for long-term care, and we don't see the quick turnaround that we see now.
So, and how is MARTA working with partners to manage this influx of transit riders, especially during, this time when we do have the World Cup in the city?
So back on May 31st, it actually was our first day operational for World Cup internally here at MARTA PD. And we went to 6-day work weeks. Mm-hmm. Our officers are working 6 days a week with one off day. They work 10-hour shifts. And on match days, they're working 12 hours. So we're really having to keep a close eye on them to make sure they're hydrated, they're taken care of physically and mentally, because those are long work days and weeks. But we felt like that was important to be able to show the world that we want them to be safe, and we want them to enjoy the games and have a good time and have good memories of Fulton County and the games themselves. So our officers rose to the occasion and are out there every day really working hard and doing a fantastic job.
And, and it's a seamless process as well, because people come to the city, they're here having a good time. They don't even know you guys are working because you do it so well. And if you could say one thing to those who are watching or to those who've come to the city to assure them that they will be safe, what would that one thing be?
Just know that our officers expect nothing but the best of themselves, and they're going to continue to make everybody safe, particularly after World Cup. World Cup is a fantastic event, but our Fulton County riders deserve a safe system every day, not just during World Cup. So we're going to continue to strive that. And I would encourage the public, when they see one of our officers, to take 2 seconds and just say thank you for being here and thank you for helping out, because it goes a long way when the officers hear that.
And so, and I know we've had a great conversation here, but I cannot end the conversation without asking. MARTA usually comes to the Board of Commissioners meeting quarterly to provide an update on renovations, improvements. Can you give us a quick rundown of some of the things that we have seen that have been improved, before the start of the World Cup?
Absolutely. What's really fun to watch is I'm only been with MARTA 6 years, so I'm kind of new. I'm kind of a rookie here. But these projects have been in play now for years. The new train systems that are coming, train sets. So these new trains, unlike the trains we have now, are open gangways. So you can get on a train and see from one end to the other. Wow. And what we've done is we've committed, the interim CEO, Mr. Hunt, and I have committed to the public that when those new trains come in service, we will have a police officer on those trains, because it is easier to patrol with that open gangway, so they can see from one end to the other while traveling. It just makes it a heck of a lot easier to patrol individual trains. So we definitely are going to do that. You've got a new payment system. For years, you had to buy the old MARTA card and you had to swipe a MARTA card. Now you can swipe a debit card, a credit card, your Apple Watch to pay to get on MARTA. It's just fantastic generational changes, including our new fare gates that are being installed as we speak. We're about a little over halfway in finishing all those. So you're going to see all the new fare gates in place. Mm-hmm. And then we've got the BRT, the Bus Rapid Transit down in Summerhill. That runs from Carver all the way up to the government centers and back, and it's on a individual bus lane, so they don't have to stop for traffic, and we enforce those lanes specifically just for the bus, so you can get to your destination very quickly. And we love to see the first BRT in the South here in Atlanta.
Well, I have to pull this one up too. This is a little something special as well. Could you tell us about this card?
Absolutely. This is our commemorative FIFA World Cup Breeze card. So you can get these in our machines now, and you can reload them anytime you want, or you can just keep it as a keepsake. So that one's going to be yours. You can have that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. So I wanted to say thank you so much for joining us and giving us an inside look at the safety systems here at MARTA, especially during the World Cup. But as Chief Kreher mentioned, once the World Cup leaves, the safety stays in place. It always has. But if you want to tell us quickly, how can people learn more about MARTA?
So we can go on our website, and then also if you're on the system, I failed to mention this earlier, and you see something just doesn't look right. If you want to report it, we have an app called the CNSA app 2.0. It's the newest version, so make sure you get the 2.0 version on your phone, and you can report any kind of activity, whether it be criminal activity, suspicious activity, or if you see a maintenance issue, like if there's a leaky pipe or something that just doesn't look right, and you can report that immediately, and our police communications center will receive that and respond back to you very quickly. So it's another way you can report things without having to be on the telephone. Or if you need us, we're at 404-848-4911. And the public can use that number and keep that dialed into your phone so you can call us anytime.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Chief Kreher, for joining us, the police chief here at MARTA. If you'd like to learn more about Fulton County and its partners, please check us out at www.fultoncountyga.gov.